So when it comes to entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship, they are the same thing. So here is the reason why I try to say it's the same thing. It actually enables you to have an thinking pattern. Independent thinking pattern. See what I mean by independent thinking pattern? Like it enables you to think on your own. You get the point? So in entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship, it's very massive. You know, who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is someone that actually takes an initiative, creates a problem, creates a system to solve it. Okay, and the person will probably employ lots of people to help them solve the problem and the rest of them. But even now, artificial intelligence has actually taken place. You need even beyond the physical people. You can still use artificial intelligence, most of these tools to set up the system. You automatically become an entrepreneur, because this entrepreneur thing, a lot of people are business owners, but they're calling themselves entrepreneur. You see the difference between business owners and entrepreneurs. Business owners most of the times get involved in the business 100%, but entrepreneur gets involved in the business just within a certain percentage. Like it might actually be 20%, 30% invested into that business when it comes to his presence being needed and the rest of them. But there's some business owners that if they're not around, the business can actually move. You get the point? So you must learn how to build a system. There are tech tools that are already available for you to leverage on. You know how to build a system. So as an entrepreneur, you actually think independently. Okay, you want to own your own business, you want to solve problems, blah blah blah. You have a business and the rest of them. Okay, you build a system and structure for that business, blah blah. That's just it. So when it comes to entrepreneurship is just you having an independent mindset. Okay, but maybe life now got you into a job where you are being paid. Okay, life now got you into a job where you're being paid, or maybe you don't really have the capacity to be an entrepreneur, like to start up on your own and the rest of them. You have that charisma, or you have that grace, you have the skill to just work for people. Maybe that's what actually works for you. So for you to be valuable in that particular business, what you need to do, you need to think like an entrepreneur. You want to be a personal brand on your own. So becoming a personal brand as an employee, that's the difference between employee and entrepreneur. So you can understand what I actually say when it comes to entrepreneurship. And we have entrepreneurship and have business owners. So the difference between business owners and entrepreneurship are system. Entrepreneur already have a system that even when he or she is not around, the business is moving. But business owners are usually invested into that business. If they are not there, the business are not moving. More especially people are actually in the market, they are doing trading and the rest of them. Most of them, a lot of guys that they are always in their business, even when they have apprentices all around them and the rest of them. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, is either you become an employee or you become an entrepreneur. The difference between employee and entrepreneur is that entrepreneur already have a personal brand that even aside the business, that aside the job that he or she is being offered, or rather the person is actually doing, the person already have an image that is known for out there. Okay, you're already known for something. But employee is just doing the work, receiving the salary and the rest of them. If that employee is sacked, that's it. Nothing again for the person. Like the person will start from scratch to, you get the point. But someone that is already an entrepreneur, you already have a personal, you have an image. When people go to social media, when people look out for you, they already know that there is something that they know you for. And that job you are doing, you might actually be a skill that you've actually acquired from that particular job. Because that's why I always tell people, and this is what I actually did. For many years, I was actually working for people. I didn't collect any salary because I was learning a lot of skills under them. So likewise, the place you actually, if you have that, let's say, what's it called again? If you have plans that you want to be an entrepreneur, you can decide to master the skills very well from that particular job you are doing, because you don't know what will actually happen tomorrow. But let's say you don't even want to be an entrepreneur, you just want to be an entrepreneur. Still learn that particular business you're actually doing, that job you are working on. Learn it very, very well, because you know what will actually come tomorrow that might require that maybe you'll not be around that place, and you need to actually leverage on what you've already learned in that particular job and start paying people to do the job for them and the rest of them. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: a personal branding creates a difference for you as a business person. It creates a difference for you to become a proper entrepreneur that people can actually identify with. It will actually create a gap between you and an ordinary business person. And also, being an entrepreneur and also being a personal brand, it actually differentiates you from normal employees in the company. And this is where most of the times when people are actually about to be laid off, you cannot be laid off. You know why? Because you have all it takes. You get the point? They cannot lose you. You have any, like, you take that particular job you're doing as your own. Okay, so I think it takes a lot of discipline for you to do that. But for we've actually done this thing for years, and we see how it works. So decide today on the one which you're the one you want to actually get into. So even if you want to work for someone, don't just be an employee, be an entrepreneur by building a personal brand for yourself. And if you want to be a business person, work on becoming an entrepreneur by building a personal brand and building a system that business. I think that's all for today. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.